God bless you. Thank you for joining with us. I'm Dr. David J. Rogers, and this is Rivers Edge Today. And we are back again with Vi Moon. Vi, we've had such good conversations. I love what God's doing in your life and how you've been able, in our last episode, just take that step into that next level. And we talked about your T-shirt Thug, and if people want to get more information, they can go to vimoon.com, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we will make sure that people are aware of that. You can go to vimoon.com, get more information, get merchandise. You can get albums on CD.
Yes, sir.
Digital download.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. That's awesome. Now, we started talking about some of the ministry that you transitioned into as you went from, I will call street rap to Christian rap or gospel rap. What was that like, and then where has that led you to? I know that you've traveled a bit, but just talk about that transition, that process.
Yeah, it started on a personal level first. And it really is I say this word, a little easier than it seems, because if it's done personally, you ain't got to act it when you do it.
Right.
It's who you are. It's just an overflow of who you are. So the more I started to change personally in my personal life and in my family life and in my everyday doings, it was easy to just write about what's going on. So that transition was great. And then me being in radio and broadcasting and being an artist previously, since I've been rapping since I was 9 or 10 in stages and crowds, I knew a little bit about what people wanted to hear. So my thing was, how do I make something with this message of hope, but present it to those who wouldn't be searching for it aggressively or actively, which is one of the big things that I've been graced to do, is have songs played on, secular radio stations, hip hop stations, and not just the Christian highlight. They've played them, sprinkled them throughout from here, also in Philadelphia. I've been on secular platforms and interview settings.
Your music's good when they're putting you on the mainstream.
Yeah, and that's a blessing. That's a blessing. But that was part of the goal, but still not neglecting the home and the believers. And my goal there was to hopefully inspire, empower, and encourage those who are in the church, who have the light, to find that purpose or that gift or that vision that he's giving you. There's something in you. How do we plumb that out? So hopefully the music that I make, and even whether you are riding to it or not, just seeing it happen or seeing someone doing it, seeing me doing it, inspires that light in you. Wait, what is Jesus giving me? How can I work out my salvation, and not just eternity, but my salvation for here and now, the goal, the dream, the vision that he's put in me? How can I work that out to save those that are around me? So that's the hope for both sides, if that makes sense. And I've been blessed to be able to do that. I've gone on tour in Idaho with the Extreme Tour. It's another entity that's larger than me. And that's been the other thing, partnering with entities that are larger than me to help, so we can help each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's been a blessing. I've been, right now prison is big for me. That's huge for me. And I don't know if we want to unpack that now, but
Well, let's talk about the tours. We will touch on the outreaches there. I want to spend a lot more time on that because that's such a good and powerful thing that you're doing, an opportunity that you've been given. The touring part. How did that roll out? I mean, what really got you engaged? People in music, they don't understand music because they just, listen to the radio or watch something on the internet, and they go, oh, okay, it's nice music and everything, but to make something work, you actually have to get out on the roll out on the road and make it happen.
Yeah.
I was surprised I saw a short story on MC Hammer
Hmm.
from back in the day. Him and his brother basically built his brand out of the back of their car,
Sure.
out of their trunk, and did the sales and everything. And he basically worked the West Coast until he got to a point where the label started wanting partnership in it because he was making so much money.
Yeah.
But they don't understand the work aspect of it. So what did you have to do to get yourself out there so your for lack of a better way of saying it, your
Yeah.
brand?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the name of our label is He Did It LLC, and I can't tell you a lot of the things that I have to do on a daily basis, but brother Dave, it comes down to one thing, man, and that's sitting at the Lord's feet and hearing Him and just Jesus, you show me how. And the reason why I say that, because there has been times when I got so enamored with the process and the work and the actual doing that I've forgotten of the why. And so what I've learned to do is focus this as ministry. Yes, it's a business. Yes, it's a LLC, but it's ministry first. And the Lord gave me a word. He says, if you treat it like a ministry, I'll take care of the business. So most of the time, I'll be honest with you, because here's the thing. This is stuff I love to do. I'm not saying it's easy, but it flows out. But the work has been studying in the scriptures,
Yeah,
listening to messages, spending time in intimacy with Him, praying in the Spirit.
yeah,
Prayer is big. You know what I mean? Enjoying His presence, and from the overflow of that, ideas will begin to come. And not only that, but opportunities. There was one time I was hitting the ground hard, searching for opportunities, searching for opportunities. Doors were closed. When I released that and just focused on building quality content out of the overflow of the intimacy with Him, opportunities came to me. It started to open up for me. So the work was developing that relationship with Jesus, focusing on producing quality content, the realest content from my heart that I can produce at the highest level, and not so much focusing on how to get it out and trusting Him with getting it out. And sometimes that makes you feel a certain kind of way because people can look at you and be like, "What are you doing? You're not doing nothing." But it's like David when David was tending to the sheep. He got anointed to be king, but he had to go back to the pastures and
yeah,
tend to the sheep. But David didn't know there was a Goliath out there when he sent his brothers that food. He was just doing what he knew to do every day, but it was right place, right time, and David was exalted. And that's what it's been for me. Just doing what I know to do every day. Intimacy with Jesus, create quality content, and then take care of my family, spend time with them. And then, Jesus opened doors. So the tour was something that was presented to me. I didn't seek it out. They were looking for artists, and because we were building our foundation, developing quality content, we had a website, we had the LLC, we had YouTube videos, high quality videos that we invested in. When I say we, I mean me and my wife and my team, which is my parents, and help from church members and local family. We had these things already developed. So even though the views weren't super outrageous, the quality of the content and the heart of the writing that came from that intimacy, I
yes.
believe, I think it enamored them to want to partner. So that's how a lot of opportunities have come.
That is awesome, and that's the way it should work. Is listen to the Lord. So we're going to end this segment here, our episode, and thank you. We're going to do another episode with Vi Moon, so you need to come back and watch that one. God bless you. Thank you for being a part of us at Rivers Edge today.